What if you could actually build a 10K per month cleaning business on the side without any fancy equipment, no ads, and especially no cleaning? Well, in this video, I'm gonna show you exactly how to do that. I'm also gonna show you how to build this 10K per month business like a minimalist. And in the process, I'm gonna answer these 3 questions, starting with number 1, how you can make serious money with this business without ever picking up a mop. Number 2, the exact strategy I use to grow without investing a dime into ads or any expensive equipment. And number 3, how to get this business set up over the weekend without burning a hole in your savings account. And don't worry, because this strategy works even if you're stuck at your 9 to 5 and you don't have a ton of time because you happen to be a family person like myself. Speaking of myself, my name is Mike Mack, author of the Amazon bestseller Pick Up Cash, Not Trash, and I've been a successful cleaning business owner over the last decade plus, and I am making this video for people who want to get straight to the profit. They want to build this business to be an actual asset, but they want to take the minimalist approach. If that's your goal, then this is your video. So let's start by answering the first burning question. How do you actually make serious money without picking up a mop? Every business in your town needs their offices cleaned. From the dentist, to the insurance agency, to the small tech startup, the gyms, the law offices, etc. They all need this service every single month, and they all hate dealing with it. And once they find a company that is reliable, they rarely ever switch. See, most people get this part completely wrong though. They become the worker instead of the owner. That's what I did in the beginning. I was doing the cleaning myself. My wife and I were working the late nights, and the money was okay. I mean, it wasn't bad if you don't mind being a slave to your business, which I was. But eventually I hit my breaking point. I realized that this cannot be the only way. And guess what I realized? That there are tons of people in my area who needed help making ends meet with a nice part-time job. And that's when it hit me that the best thing I can do for myself, my wife, and our community at large was to create good part-time work that paid well and create an environment where I treat people well and I can actually take care of them. And when you shift your focus to creating these great positions and taking care of good people, you are never, ever needing to pick up a mop, not a day in your life. Now for question number 2, the exact strategy to grow without investing a dime into ads or expensive equipment. Okay, now when I started out, I wasn't working with much of a budget at all. In fact, I used my last paycheck for my 9 to 5. And if you're unfamiliar with my story, quickly I quit prematurely and I went all in on the cleaning business because I was fed up. Now, I don't recommend that route for about 90% of people, but that's where I was at. So I found myself in this position where I needed to get customers. And even though I already knew how to successfully run ads and set up complicated funnels, problem was I didn't have the budget to do any of it. And I honestly thought that would put us at a major disadvantage. But what I didn't realize at the time is it actually created a huge advantage for us. And the reason why is because I learned how to get cleaning contracts from great commercial cleaning clients for way cheaper than any of my competition, and I didn't have to deal with any of the bad clients along the way. See, it really forced me to level up my game. I knew I couldn't focus on ads, and I knew for sure I was not going to waste my time door knocking and cold calling because it just doesn't lead to good clients. My experience has taught me that time in and time again, it leads to the types of clients who are just looking to window shop and price shop, which I didn't want because I didn't have the luxury of time on my side. So I just focused all my energy on being the end all be all for these ideal potential customers. And I did that by running very creative direct mail that I would send to these clients and sometimes had trinkets attached to them, but I would get them to laugh and to be excited and to start calling us and excited to work with us. And let me tell you something, when you play the game like this, you don't need to spend a dime on ads. And that's a good thing because ad campaigns will cost you in the ballpark of $4,000 plus monthly. So that whole experience taught me to not be like everybody else, and it forced me to be that unicorn. And let me tell you, it has worked out big time. Now let's tackle question number 3. How do you get this business set up without burning a hole into your savings account? Taking a step back to when I first started with my last paycheck, I didn't have a savings account. I mean, I truly was paycheck to paycheck. So again, it just forced me to be very creative. I started thinking to myself, what are the absolute bare essentials? Because there were so many things, I wanted to do for my business. I wanted to invest in a new truck, and I wanted all of the fancy equipment, things that I thought would make me look like a superstar. And guess what? If I were using Monopoly money instead of real cash, I would have invested in all of that stuff day one. But then I sat there and thought, how much of this stuff do I actually need? And it turns out, you don't need much of anything at all. Besides, even if I bought a bunch of equipment in the beginning, I didn't have anywhere to clean. So why would I go ahead and invest in equipment without clients? And once I realized I didn't need an office, a truck, or anything like that, I started breaking down even further. Like, what else do I not need that people say you need? Well, I didn't need special licenses. I didn't even need insurance. Now, you totally need insurance, equipment, and these things eventually. But until you get your first contract, most of that stuff is completely unnecessary. That is a huge game changer. And that made the difference for us in the very beginning because, like I said, with your last paycheck, you cannot afford to be wrong, literally. So to talk about what you actually need, I would say if you have several $100s, that's plenty. Just get a basic brand pack set up. That's enough to get you started. You can slightly rebrand once you want to invest some more and once you start actually landing clients. And then the rest of the dough, just get yourself an LLC, something basic on LegalZoom, or talk to your accountant about that. No legal advice, of course, but most of your money up front needs to go towards attracting great clients. That is truly the minimalist approach. And once you get your first client, get them to sign on a dotted line, pay you up front for the month ahead, and then push the start date out a week or two. And then take yourself to Amazon, get the equipment you need, and then boom, you can start landing more clients and then keep reinvesting into your business and making everything better and more beautiful. Now, a quick disclaimer before we go any further. Should everyone start with a cheap budget? No, there are clear advantages when you have more money to start with. I do have to admit that, but I wanted to make this video to show you and to inspire you about the potential with this business. It's insane. You can literally get to $10,000 monthly with just 3 offices. I have students doing this all the time currently. And the impressive part is they are complete beginners. Now, 2 medium-sized offices, and that just shows you this business is a powerhouse. When you focus on the right customers, 4 or 5 of the right office contracts will be paying you anywhere between $20,000 and $25,000 a month. It's absolutely insane. Now, if you're in a position where you would like to go a lot further, a lot faster, and you want my team to help you build everything out from scratch without the guesswork, without blowing any money, or wasting a year trying to figure it out, click the link below and book a strategy call with my team and see if we'd be a great fit to work together. For everyone else, if you'd rather hang out on YouTube University, I got your back. I got you covered. Check out this video right here. Let's talk about next steps.